Krusher
United States for his first 18 professional prize fights in the USA. He didn't get paid. Klimas collected the first for his pro career.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons, because he has so much experience, so much competition. Even right there, this Tyson, as much competition as they have.
Evander Holyfield trainer, Don Turner. Bernard Hopkins enters for his 64th professional prize fight. Faster than he was in their hands and their feet. Colleges now. Speed is the only thing that he believes can bother him.
And they had their last real fistic accomplishments at the age...
Sergey Krusher Kovalev. Bernard, the alien
Okay, gentlemen, those are the box 12 rounds for the Unification Championship of the world. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Kovalev, because he has been destroying everything they put in front of him, and yet a lot of old, wise boxing heads like Hopkins here, because this is just...
But nothing lasts forever. Or does it?
To make him respect him.
One body shot by Hopkins. Sergey Kovalev's trainer, John David Jackson, spent 5 years as an assistant to Nassim Richardson, working with...
Let him go, stop.
The Kovalev fight can change a fight with any shot.
Let his head go.
As you see, you got Hopkins constantly on the move. That's what you have to do to an older fighter. You got to constantly...
Down goes on the first solid right hand that Kovalev threw. He has extraordinary power. Against Jean Pascal. Came back to earn a draw in the fight. Kovalev had him down.
This is like a wounded animal. He's going to be throwing big punches back at Kovalev.
And Kovalev has shown that he will cut over both eyes. And
dramatically and vibrantly on the moment that Kovalev landed that right hand and Hopkins went down.
In that corner, and as Hopkins tried to come out, Kovalev was ready and countered that jab with a straight right over the top.
Not even stepping into the punch. Didn't even look like that was a full Kovalev.
That round was like he's doing now. He's not allowing Hopkins to take his time and rest. He's making him use his legs a lot. And that's what most young fighters don't do. But what he better realize is that Hopkins is smart and is going to be punching his body to try to wear him down.
Very discouraging.
It makes him very nervous. Now he knows he's going to wait for you to get yourself out of position and try to steer you with a big shot. And that's the best thing Kovalev can do. That's what most young fighters won't do to him. And you saw there, he didn't go at his head, he hit him on the arm.
John David Jackson, you hear yelling from the corner. There you go. He's too old. His feints are slow.
No rush.
Chase him.
Keep doing what you're doing. That jab is good. Keep touching. Start hitting him everywhere.
You're doing good. Right? You're doing good.
Good work, baby.
Good job, man.
Albia box numbers through 2 rounds. Hopkins 6 out of 21.
Not get too excited. Control his breathing. Not get ahead of himself. Keep doing what he's doing.
And Bernard's not throwing.
Which is what he better do, because that's what Bernard started doing now. That's when you know that Bernard is beginning to get frustrated. So he better keep his head.
The best referee in the building.
Hopkins has just showed up.
Yep. Kovalev gets him into a corner, lands a 1-2. Hopkins coming back. Almost got Kovalev with the left hook.
Yeah, he did get Kovalev with the left hook. Make him use his legs. He can't continue to be as strong as he normally is in the late round. The only thing Kovalev...
If he forgets the body and keeps going to the head, the knockdown might have been fool's gold.
Yeah, but you saw how he got caught with a shot just in, looking for a headshot. That's what Bernard wants.
Pull it off.
Every time Bernard walks himself into a corner, you can almost feel Kovalev salivating. Caught him with another hard shot there. Kovalev rallied to end the round.
Only chance he got.
Here you see Hopkins land a good left hook on Kovalev's chin, right on the chin. The best punch he probably... Then you see him playing possum in the corner and come with a beautiful straight right lead, because Kovalev is right there in that no parking zone.
Harold, you may be right. You so frequently are.
Think about what we just said, guys. The 49-year-old fighter wants to get the 30... Caught him in the corner, hit him with 2 hard right hands. Told us yesterday that he's quite comfortable fighting at a slow pace.
The best thing he can do. Make Hopkins use those old legs. That's the best thing he can do. In doing that, that wears Hopkins down as well.
I think Hopkins is hurt by something on the inside, maybe a right hook.
But see how you make Hopkins work on these? This is what guys don't do to Hopkins. They don't keep him busy fighting 30 seconds of every round, and Kovalev is not allowing him to do that right now.
There's been a fair body shots. And a right hand upstairs.
Sad Dawson fights are often conveniently overlooked, especially the rematch.
Well, the first
and it's making Hopkins look old.
But as you see, Hopkins is still gambling after him.
That kind of athleticism.
Well, they didn't have the footwork and the balance that Kovalev has. Kovalev can box, keep it on. Good right hand body shot by Hopkins.
But tended to fade in fights and was not the fighter Kovalev is.
Can't say what's
in the last 4 rounds of the fight because of that. Still, because of the score to win it. Requires a kind of power that he hasn't often shown.
Bernard's hitting him here.
Crowd chanting, "Be hot." The jab. It's 1 punch at a time for Bernard.
And it may not be true, but the sense of fighters who haven't been tested all unravel very quickly when they are. May not be true in Kovalev's case, but there's always that feeling.
Out. Bernard Hopkins.
Hey, stop.
Or stopped him.
Get that motherfucking jab popping. Let your combinations go. One right hand, man. Keep the left hand.
To counter Kovalev's jab with a straight right hand and a left hook. And they both kind of traded punches, but it forced Kovalev back, which is what Bernard wants to do, if he can keep it.
And Hopkins has been hit and dropped in this fight.
And Kovalev is very smart, as you see right there.
Good body shot.
Making Hopkins use those legs, then going back to the body. Smartest thing he could do.
Now Hopkins is in the corner, and this is where Kovalev begins to cut loose.
Like that.
Down. Well, I thought he was going to go down. Hopkins weathered that right hand, but he's in trouble in the corner.
Hard to say how a guy Hopkins' age is supposed to respond to this, because there's never been anyone Hopkins' age.
A good hook by Kovalev.
Double figures power punches in the round. Hopkins
Never fought Kovalev has. Here he is in the 9th round.
The best fighter by far that Kovalev has ever faced as a professional. That impatient or had that type of patience to hold themselves from throwing over 15
fight, the better the chance for Hopkins. There's been enough fight.
Style pace than a Kovalev style pace. And so that's, you're right, that's as good as Hopkins can do, and it's not good enough so far.
Coming into tonight's fight, Hopkins had averaged throwing about 38 punches per round. Yep.
The more punches he throws, the more he's liable to get caught in between them. So he has to be really careful with a big punch.
And a guy who can cut the ring forces the boxer to move more than he has to move.
Beautiful work. Beautiful work. You gotta put it inside.
That was not so high on the head. It was right on the button, actually. Bernard took it well. He rolled with it, so it wasn't so...
Every single round, gets an extra point for the knockdown, and finds himself in the 10 points ahead, and I don't see him slowing down one bit. 9-0, Sergey Kovalev.
But as Hopkins takes the risk, he opens himself up to take left.
Shots here and there, Kovalev remains very confident and disciplined.
Let him go. Hey, don't lean on him. Put your head up to him.
No sign.
Come up the last round trying to get you.
So Bernard Hopkins, it's a new light heavyweight division. Kovalev has emerged. Adonis Stevenson biding his time in Montreal. There are other young light heavyweights on the way up.
Oh! Kovalev is hurt.
Hurt by a left hook.
Yeah, he hurt. I told you that's what Bernard.
Kovalev got caught a shot, went back, thought his leg was there, and it wasn't. Mustard on his shots, but he seems less wary of Kovalev's punch.
Well, he caught a right hand there, and he's clowning to try to tell Kovalev he wasn't, but he's getting hammered with hard shots in the corner right now.
People are trying to knock Kovalev out, but what Kovalev don't realize, right there. This is a fight that Hopkins won't put up stupid on Kovalev's part to trade with him. If he wears
Kovalev wants
out,
to knock him out.
yeah, he does.
He's ambitious. Kovalev wants to put an exclamation. He's dominated the fight. He's got it in the bag. Not a chance.
Yeah, he sure is.
Seconds to go. Kovalev still trying to score a knockout.
Oh.
If Hopkins has anything left, he better put it behind one right hand right now.
And he would get Kovalev because Kovalev is at back.
Kovalev hammering Bernard Hopkins from pillar to post as we get to the final bell.
And guys, there were many who thought if it got rough for Hopkins, he would look for it. But there he was in the 12th round, standing toe-to-toe with the most taking shots clean off his head.
Like a
staggering back into the corner like a champion.
John David Jackson will watch the tape, and they'll say this maybe isn't the smartest round you've ever fought. But it was fun. Kovalev's corner lifts up the Russian fighter.
Light heavyweight champion of the world from Russia with love, Sergey Krusher Kovalev.
Well, for what belts are worth, Kovalev's got 3.